goals to service. Which path will you take?
Here with Victoria Velazquez, state qualifier for Lasara, heading to a state track meet. So first of all, your thoughts on just getting to compete in track this year?
Oh, well, I was a little bit worried, especially because of COVID. You know, our track meet season got canceled last year, and I was a bit bummed about that because I had been working really hard towards it, but I was super excited that we had our full season this year, and I was able to compete, and I was able to train, and I was really excited that I was able to, you know, be able to show off all my hard work.
Let's talk about the preparation. After things shut down last year, you knew cross country was coming first, and you qualified for state in cross country. So let's talk about the journey through the summer. When you couldn't get together and practice, what'd you do?
Okay, so I was actually recovering from an injury, but as soon as I was ready to go, I would come out on my own every single day. I would go run at the trail. That was the only thing that was open at the time. Or I would find different routes to take in whenever I could, and I would just do get my miles in, work on some sprints, do whatever I could. I would stay in touch with my friends so we could get workouts in, like see what are you running this day, what are you running that day, and we kind of just correlate what we can. And we did whatever we could without trying to be as safe as possible, keeping our distance and like working out separate times. But I also did a lot of at-home workouts since the gym wasn't open. So I was there in my room with my yoga mat, working out abs, working out arms, working out legs, doing some PT on my knee, trying to recover from my injury from cross country.
Once cross country began, how many practices did you really get as a team before you actually went right into meets?
Ooh, man, I can't really remember. It wasn't too many, but it was enough to, you know, help me feel prepared enough.
Did at some point in time you feel like it was normal, or did cross country season ever seem normal this year?
Well, I mean, as normal as it can get, you know, we still have to practice with masks. You got to bring your own water bottle. You got to keep your distance. Sometimes we would start at like separate times if we had like races or practices where our times are correlated to be around the same level. It's the same in some aspects where, you know, you get to come and, you know, get with your teammates and have that adrenaline, that competition there at when you're practicing, but I'd say it is pretty different because of course, the social distancing and the rules that we have to respect because of this virus.
Now let's look as the transition went from cross country into eyeing the upcoming track season. You went through the winter time, but again, what was the preparation getting ready for track compared to last year when you didn't even know if you were going to have track season?
Yeah, it was definitely different, especially from cross country. It was different. We worked a lot on sprints, a lot of track workouts, a lot of sprint workouts. Definitely just trying. I had the endurance. I just really had to work on the speed, which is what I was lacking. And it worked. All of the speed workouts that we did definitely helped me improve my time. I improved by over a minute, which is really good. So yeah, definitely speed workouts.
During track season, are you still required to wear the mask when you're running, or do you as a personal preference?
I wear it at the starting line and maybe the first 50 to 100 meters until I can get a good distance from the other girls, and then I take it off, or I pull it down actually, and as soon as I finish running, I pull it back up. That's what I feel most comfortable doing, and that's what I have done every single meet.
Having run and practice with it on, do you feel like that's helped when it comes to the endurance thing of understanding what it's like to run distance running and then turn around and run without the mask?
Oh yeah, definitely. I'd say running with the mask is definitely a lot harder, which is why I pull it down as soon as I feel comfortable. But yeah, it's different. You gotta run it with either on your face or holding it in your hand because you gotta be ready. And sometimes if a girl comes near me, or if I'm even practicing and I see other people, I put it on while I'm running. And it is a bit challenging because it's harder to breathe with it on, but I'll do whatever it takes to keep myself safe.
But it really has helped you prepare, and,
yes,
and your times have improved.
Oh yes, they have improved big time, yes.
Now let's talk about the upcoming state meet, and you know, how do you prepare for this? I know you've looked at times, you've looked at your times. You're competitive. You can be competitive. You have a shot here. So how do you prepare going in?
Right now we're focusing on helping me with that last kick, that last lap, so I can sprint it all the way out. That's where at the state meet, that's where I lacked, is getting that last sprint for a little bit longer. So we're working on sprinting at a little bit of a faster pace at a longer distance so I can get that kick in. That's what we're really focusing on right now at this moment. I have the endurance, I have the speed. It's just that last kick, that last lap that I really got to work on. And I feel like if I can improve on that last lap, then I can definitely have a good chance at state.
Now, normally I would be talking to a junior and I would say things like, this is your last season. So how do you use this to build towards even next year? But do you approach that this could be my last track meet after what happened last year?
Yes, I'm very grateful to have ran this year, and I feel like if I do end on this year that I really want to end on a good note. So the pressure is definitely there, but I am really hoping that, with the vaccines and people keeping their distance and wearing their masks, that hopefully this COVID virus will, be maintained and that we'll be able to continue next year.
Let's talk outside of sports, academic-wise, a big focus in your life, and tell me how important that is to you and your journey kind of through the academics intertwining with athletics.
Oh yes, okay, so academics, it definitely is a challenge, especially when we have like practices, we have academic UIO practices combined with practices for track, so sometimes they do overlap, and especially at the meets that we've been having to leave like on Thursday, so trying to get a run in while we're over there preparing for a UIL meet is definitely challenging, plus college and just regular high school work definitely takes a toll, but it's definitely worth it in the end. I'd say UIL has been a big part of my life. I've been in it ever since I was in second grade, and I've placed fairly well, advanced to district, advanced to regionals. This is my first year advancing to state. I placed first in literary criticism, been working really hard, studying whenever I can. I'd say it's definitely playing a big role in, making me who I am, and I definitely admire the challenge.
Super. So tell me the excitement level. Is it equal, or is one more exciting than the other to be there this year?
I'd say they're equal. I love my academics as much as I love running. I can't choose a favorite, I spend a lot of time working on both of them just as much as the other. There's really no one that I prefer over the other. I have advanced and I'm doing well in both of them. So yeah, I'm very excited for both of these state meets.
Good luck. We'll talk soon.